Kwaza Mkhonto Kwaza. Kwaza Mkhonto Kwaza. Phansi ngobhejane. Phansi ngekhala. Kwaza Mkhonto Kwaza.
In a dramatic political upset, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party clinched its first by-election win in eThekwini on Wednesday, edging out the Democratic Alliance by a razor-thin margin of just 22 votes in Ward 110. Led by the former President Jacob Zuma, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party secured 2,435 votes to the DA's 2,413, flipping a key ward that includes Phoenix, Mount Royal, and Umhlanga, areas previously held by the DA. The African National Congress, once dominant in the region, trailed with 966 votes. The victory marks a significant milestone for the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, a party formed just a year ago. As it continues its rapid ascent in KwaZulu-Natal politics, the newly elected Ward Councillor Mandla Motaung Biela will now take the reins in Ward 110, strengthening the Umkhonto weSizwe Party's foothold in the only metro municipality in KwaZulu-Natal. Minor parties struggled to make an impact, with the Economic Freedom Fighters collecting a mere 14 votes and the National Freedom Party NFP garnering just 9. Inkatha Freedom Party and Action SA chose not to contest the by-election. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party spokesperson Nhlamulo Ndlela took it to social media shortly after the win, posting on X and said the Umkhonto weSizwe Party has once again proven that the DA-led coalition GNU is a farce. KwaZulu-Natal and other provinces are a case in point. This is a confirmation of the contradiction to the provincial and national IEC election. This latest triumph follows a string of by-election victories for Umkhonto weSizwe Party, including significant wins in Richmond's Ward 2 and KwaDukuza's Ward 28 in March, both previously ANC strongholds. All eyes now turn to Mandeni in northern KwaZulu-Natal, where the next by-election is scheduled for 30th of April. While the ANC secured the ward in 2021, Umkhonto weSizwe Party emerged as the most popular party in the area during the 2024 general elections. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party Secretary General Floyd Shivambu expressed confidence, stating the party will decisively take the ward. Founded in 2023, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party made an immediate impact on South Africa's political landscape, winning 58 of the 400 National Assembly seats in its debut election. In KwaZulu-Natal, it captured 37 out of 80 seats in the provincial legislature, firmly establishing the province as its political stronghold. With momentum on its side and the 2026 local government elections on the horizon, the Umkhonto weSizwe Party has made clear its ambition to dominate eThekwini and reshape the province's political future. Meanwhile, the party is facing a deepening internal power struggle that could fracture its leadership and shake the party's foundations ahead of a pivotal political season. Senior insiders within the Umkhonto weSizwe Party have confirmed to the IOL News that a battle for control is playing out between two prominent figures, Duduzile Sampudla Zuma, daughter of former president and party founder Jacob Zuma, and Umkhonto weSizwe Party Secretary General Floyd Shivambu. The growing divide between their respective camps has left members disillusioned and uncertain about the party's future direction. The insider said this is not just a disagreement, it's a leadership contest that's sowing confusion and mistrust within our ranks. The anti-Shivambu faction recently escalated matters by filing a formal complaint against him. Reni Naidu, an administrative staff member based in KwaZulu-Natal, authored the letter accusing Shivambu of unilaterally slashing staff salaries, shattering 26 constituency offices across the province without notice, and intimidating provincial legislature members. The complaint reads, while staff were being told to tighten their belts, Mr. Shivambu and his circle enjoyed luxury vehicles, 5-star hotels, and penthouse accommodations. This hypocrisy goes against everything the Umkhonto weSizwe Party stands for. Naidu further claims that office furniture was removed without explanation and that some landlords have initiated legal action over unpaid leases. Staff were reportedly instructed to stay home indefinitely, adding to the growing sense of disarray. When contacted, Naidu confirmed the letter's authenticity but declined to elaborate, citing the sensitive nature of internal party affairs. However, he expressed hope in the leadership of newly appointed Treasurer General Pia Kefanyana Limba, who he believes can help help resolve the financial turbulence. The MK head of the presidency, Makasela Mzobe, acknowledged receipt of the complaint but emphasized the party's commitment to due process and said, "We don't comment publicly on internal disciplinary matters. The disciplinary committee has been tasked with investigating the complaint thoroughly and impartially." The controversy marks yet another chapter in Shivambu's controversial tenure since his surprise defection from the Economic Freedom Fighters in August last year, a move that stunned both political insider and a broader public. While many initially welcomed his arrival, believing his experience could bring structure to the fledgling party, internal critics now say the opposite has occurred. Several insiders claim that Shivambu's leadership style, described as top-down and authoritarian, has alienated grassroots members. Another party member said he brought EFF-style centralization with him. The constitution he drafted was imposed on us without consultation. People are afraid to speak out because they believe he has Zuma's protection. Despite mounting pressure, Shivambu has continued to publicly deny any rift within the party. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.